Welcome, greetings everyone. For those who are actually watching this video now, thank you. It's your SAP consultant, Kelly, ADIELE. If you've been following my YouTube channel, of course, you should have observed by now that we have series of trainings um, for some certain transactions in SAP FICO. And today we're going to be looking at a very regular and important topic. Of course, most users of SAP should have at one point in time, especially those in finance, come across the need to use this transaction code or to need to go through these transactions. So we're going to look at the SAP accounting document. And in that, we're going to look at how do I display a document? How do I change a document? Of course, when I mean document, I mean a document that has already been posted. How can the document be reversed? And how can it be reset, cleared? Basically, this is a regular business process for the users, both the end users and the consultants, of course, where they need to support the end users, where they don't have this knowledge. So during day-to-day business activity, users might want to display documents that have been posted, or they might also want to change some certain informations like the text, the credit terms, or they might have posted a transaction and discovered that after displaying, they might have discovered that probably the transaction was posted to the wrong account, or it was posted to the wrong vendor or customer account, or the figures are actually faulty. So there could be a need to reverse a document that has not yet been cleared. Also, there might also be a scenario where you need to reset a cleared document, which means an invoice has been posted, payment has been made, transaction has been closed. However, during audit or during checks, you discover that that transaction, for example, was posted to the wrong period or was posted to the wrong GL, and there is need to undo what has been done. That's resetting your transaction. So basically, that's what we're going to be looking at in this session. Pay close attention, and why not? You have my email, you have my phone number, you can WhatsApp me with the number if you have more questions as regards this training, or why not you can send me an email if you require, further training on SAP FICO module. So let's go into the tasks for the day. So accounting documents are generally transactions posted in SAP and assigned with document numbers. So by now, you should have known that if you're new, you might be new to SAP too. Whenever a transaction is posted in SAP, there are document numbers assigned to that document that was posted in order for you to track those transactions. So the way you can track those transactions is by using the document numbers. So it's part of the nature of SAP, of course, the software. Every transaction that is posted with the document number. Now we're going for this course or for this training, we're going to look at 5 core areas, key areas in the finance activities of users. The first is to post an accounting document with transaction code FB01, which, of course, if you're around the FICO area, you will know that FB01 is one of the very important transaction codes because it gives you access to make postings to the master data transactions, both the customer master data, vendor master data accounts, the GLs, and you can do special postings like paying a customer, which is unusual, but normally happens, or you're receiving from a vendor, or you need to offset an account, So basically, transactions that are not regular can be posted using FB01 because it gives you the platform to hit any account in SAP you want to hit or you want that transaction to affect. The second is change an accounting document. After the documents have been posted, you might need to make changes. So the transaction code for that is FB02. The third is to display an accounting document. The transaction code for that is FB03. Reverse and open documents. Of course, a document that is not yet cleared, you can use your FB08 to make those reversals. You can reset and reverse a cleared document. That is document that have already been posted and cleared using FBRA. So let's go into our SAP and see for sure how we're going to go about these tasks. Just go to my screen. Go to my SAP. Okay, so we're here. Before we go in, there's a business transaction, more like an example we need to look at. So the first is there is a transaction we might want to use the FB01 to post. We made payment of $120,000 by transfer to a customer as part of refund. So basically, the scenario is that probably we had business with a client, and for one or other reasons, we had to make refunds. Now, these refunds, we want this refund to actually hit the customer's account and have an effect at the bank immediately. However, in FI documents, there's what we call the credit memo that handles refunds within the customer account. However, that refund doesn't actually have an effect at the bank when you use your credit memo, probably FB65. However, with the FB01, you can affect that customer's account and also make a posting to the bank immediately. So that's actually one of the very importance of the transaction code FB01. So let's dive in and see how this would work in SAP. So go to transaction code FB01. Enter. Okay, so here, provide the dates. So let's say we're using this date. Something 2021. We got this date. Next is this. Document type we're going to use for this is, so let's click the drop down. So the concept of document type and posting key will come as part of a training in a subsequent session. So kindly stay tuned to the channel. So we want to do a customer payment. So the document type will be using the CP. The company code is SD01. Currency is USD. You can just give a reference, probably reference an invoice number, do a small write-up, let's say refund. Okay. Then we can come down. You're going to see the first line. Now, the essence of this is to actually tell the system the accounts that this transaction needs to affect. So the first thing is, with FB01, you have to determine those accounts yourself. So you might need to consult your functional consultant or whoever it's, if you don't actually have the requisite skill for this. But the first thing is to select the posting key to use to make this transaction. Remember, the transaction is making payments to a customer. However, in a normal situation, the customer is supposed to make payments to us. When the customer makes payment to us, the customer's account is credited and our bank is debited. That's just term used in the accounting field, in case you're not an accountant. However, when we make payments to our customer, of course, our customer's account will actually increase by that value. So we have to debit the customer's account and credit our bank for making payments out of the bank. So we need to get a posting key that will debit the customer's account as an outgoing payment. So we have, so for your posting keys, you have a list of posting keys. You have the account types. So this C means customers, V means vendors, G means GL, A means assets, and the rest. The next is the debit and credit. So I have this customer, debit customer for an outgoing payment on my path. So I'm making a payment out of my bank. So I'm going to use 05. Here I'm going to select the customer account. I want to make this transaction to. So click the drop down. If you don't have the account, select your company code, click on OK. Then I'm going to select my customer account as this, for example. Click on enter to validate this first line, this first instructions. Okay, so the date is fine. Okay, so company code number range 11 missing in fiscal year 2021. Okay, so what this means is that during configuration, we have actually assigned a number range which will actually give you the document numbers to this document type. However, that number range is missing in this year, which we are making these postings. So please, if you have any issues or errors, especially for end users and super users that involve configuration, kindly consult your consultant to fix this error. However, for the sake of learning, we're just going to see how we can fix this error. So I'm going to open a new screen. Just to be able to work on this. So if you don't remember the transaction code OBA7, which is transaction code for your document types. So I have the list of document types. You can also use for consultants, if you don't remember, of course, you can go through your SBRA, financial accounting global settings document, and you locate your document types. So this is document that's having issues CP. If you can go back, so that's CP. Go back, double click on it, and you're going to see that the number range 11, which is the error we're having, is actually assigned to this document. However, it's not existing in the fiscal year. So go to number range information, confirm your company code, then view whether you have that number. So if you go there, just go down a little. So you see 10 and 12. So 11 is missing for this. These are your fiscal years. These are the number ranges. The document numbers, pick its numbers from the number range. In our next class, we're going, like I said, we're going to look at the concept of number range and posting keys. Let's go back. Let's create an interval that is missing. You can either create an interval that is missing or provide any interval that is available for that fiscal year. So let's create a new interval. So you just add. So I think I have numbers. So you have to pick from existing number ranges. I don't have anything 09. So let me try. So number range 11, fiscal year 2021. So I can select this 09. Let the number start from 09 to 095. So 09 to 095 will be my number range. So click on enter to validate. So I have a number range 11 existing now. I'm going to save this so the system would actually acknowledge this. So go back, and leave this page. So let's go back to our documents and confirm again to see if we still have the same error. So we've confirmed. Oh, so that's good. No error exists. So let's get the amount. You can just do that by just typing. Get the business area if you want. Business area is basically a concept that is tied to the FI. Business areas are more like segments, their internal reporting. Basically, um, say for example, in a bank, you can have retail as a business unit. You can have, um, say, housing, as a business unit. The unit is in charge of real estate issues. Okay, so a company can have business areas, basically. So assuming if you don't have, please leave this blank. You can also block this invoice, this transaction for payments. You can put the document currency if it's different from the non-currency. Then you can provide a text. Okay, so guess more like just copy it's already there, so I can just select this, transfer. The next thing is we have told the system to debit the customer. So the next posting key is to credit the bank. So we're going to go to 50 means credit entry for GL. So then we're going to select our bank. So let's say our bank is this. So click on enter. So the essence of entering is to be able to go to the next page to enter the amount details and description for the 50 for the bank payments. So the same thing, you can put an asterisk so that it will replicate the amount, and you can put a plus in the text so that you can replicate the text. Click on enter. So that is that. Go to document overview. So you see the posting behind the scene. The Expedia is receiving money which as customer, the account is debiting, the bank is crediting. Okay, so for us to really understand this, we're going to try to see the customer account before now. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to post this yet. Let me go to the vendor line, customer line item, and view this report before I make this posting, so you can see the effect. So for the customer line item is FBL5N. Just a second, so you can think this is that, but you can check. Go to drop down, select the account, go to all items, and execute. So no item has been created for this guy. So let's just say, let's check all the items here. So this customer has no transaction yet. So I'm going to go back and click on save or post. Let's post this. So after running the line item, we discovered that there are no existing transactions for this customer. So, but we have come back to our customer, to the transactions we're entering, the payment, and click post so that we can post this transaction. Okay, so let's see how that goes. So we have a document number has been generated. Remember, our document number started from 09, so we have the document number was posted. So we have our first document number. So go back to the line item, try to run this again. Oh, so shows we have something now in this customer account. So let's see what is available in this customer account after making that posting. Don't forget the document number because it will take us to our next topic. So you can see the $120,000 is an open item in the customer account. So basically, this is how you navigate through your transactions in SAP and how you can use the FB01 to make your postings. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at, while we leave this open, is changing an accounting document in SAP. So we have made this posting to this customer account, right? So I'll just go back. So you can see the document number. So I'm just going to go back. So I want to make changes to this account, this document I have posted. Transaction code is FB02. So immediately you click FB02, it's going to pick the document number you just created. However, if this number does not replicate, probably you've logged out and logged in and this number doesn't pop out, or you have created another transaction and it's picking the most recent one. You want to see the list of all your documents so that you can pick from the one that you want to do. Go to document list just at the top. So to give you some criteria, put your fiscal year. You can put the document type, I think it was CP. If you don't know this, you can leave it open. Put the posting date, so I'm fair to put it within this range. I think this was posting date was in April, so let me say March to April. Okay. Then I want to see own documents. Just if you leave this, it's going to pull out all the other people's documents. So I want to see just for my document. Say execute. Okay, so I think my fiscal year is the issue. Execute. So you can use this part to find all your documents that have been posted. That's one very important information. You can use your FB02 to look for all the documents that you have posted. So you can see it here. So all I need to do is to double click on it. Remember, I want to make changes for it. I have to find it and double click on it. I want to make probably changes to the, let's see, to double click on the line so that you can open up. You can use the discount base. You can put payment terms. Let's say I omitted payment terms. So go to the drop down and put the payment terms, pay immediately. Also, I think that's that. Omitted my payment terms. I need to do that. So click on save. Payment date change, confirm that it's been changed. Say okay, so that's been saved. So I can make from this, you can see that you can make changes to your documents. You can also look at additional data. You can look at the header. So click on the header. Header will give you details of this transaction. Anytime you want to get things like the code you used to make these postings, the document date, who did this posting, the reference key, and all that, you can open the document and go to your header. And it probably give you access to all this information. Of course, your document displays your display. You can also look at the group currency, which is other currency in euro. So the system does the conversion based on the exchange rates. Then it's done. So this is actually how to change documents. You can use FB02 to change any document. As long as that document has a document number, it's posted in SAP, you can use the FB02 to change documents, not master data, documents. Okay, so the next we will look at is FB03. FB02 is to display an accounting document. So let's see that. So I want to display the document I just posted. So go to FB03. So it picks the last document, which is my document. Click on enter. I've taught you how to search for documents using document list. Click on enter. You want to see the transaction. If you double click, you see it's all graded out, so you can't make any changes here. If you're in the change that you want to make changes, there's this icon here that says change. You can use that. And of course, if you want to attach documents to this particular, maybe there are supporting documents that the person approving needs to see, you can go to your services for object and create an attachment and attach a document to this transaction. Okay, so the next we're going to look at is FBO8, reverse open document. Now, the concept of FBO8 is simple. I have posted this document, but it's not yet cleared because the status here says red. Red means that this document is open. So you can use your FBO8 to reverse open documents, documents that have not yet been cleared. So let's say there was a mistake in this transaction we just posted and we need to do a reversal of this transaction. What you need to take note of is the document number. Very important. So let's go to the transaction code FBO8. So you can use FBO8 to reverse any document that is open, not yet cleared. So I'm going to show you the difference between a cleared document and an open document in our next class when we want, in our just in the next minute. So here you can provide the document number for which you want to reverse. So you see reverse documents. So what do I do? Go to the line item, double click on the line item, copy the document number, go to the reverse document, paste it. You have your company code, you have your fiscal year, when you can get all those information here. This is your company code, your fiscal year. You can go back. So just the next date, just the date by size, your fiscal year. So if you're done, provide a reversal reason. Now it's my configuration is a requirement that you need to provide a reason why you're making this reversal. You can say reversal in current period. You can put the posting date, but these are not so relevant. Once you put the reversal reason, these are not required actually. This is just what is required by configuration. So if you're done, you can display this document before you reverse it so that you're sure that it's actually the document you want to reverse. If you're fine, you can go back, go to document and post this reversal. So when you reverse a document, it's again going to generate a document number within the same document. So remember our first document was 9 with 8 zeros. We now have a new document number. So how has this affected document? The customer line item is still red, which means it's still open. So go to this and refresh. So you can see now that voila, we have posted a reversal and the document is automatically cleared, which is green. That's the difference between open items and cleared items. For open items, the status is red. For closed item, the status, is green. So this means that because we have two line items, two transactions that have matched each other, the system has automatically done the clearing. So this takes us to the next topic, which we have, which is reset and reverse declared transaction. Transaction code is FBRA. So you see, for these transactions that are cleared, you cannot use FBO8 to reverse them. For cleared transactions, you use FBRA. So let's go back and undo what we have done. So we have actually posted a reversal. We want to now use FBRA to reverse, take that transaction back to how it was before we did the FBO8. So before we did the reversal, we want to reset and take it back to the previous state where it was red. So go to FBRA to reverse and reset, to reset and reverse. Okay, so you see now, this document number was the number that was used to post the document that did the clearing. So these are clearing document number. Remember, for clearing documents, you use the clearing number. You use the clearing document number, not the document number that was initially posted. Use the document number that was used to do that clearing, that was used to match the two transactions. That's the number you use for FBRA. While for reversal, you use the document number. For FBO8, use the document number. For FBRA, use the clearing document number. So it's fine, document number is okay. You can go to the accounts to see what you want to do. Vendor account that's affected, or the account that is affected. So there's a customer account. It's fine. Go to clearing and do reset cleared items. So this is just how you reset an item that has already been cleared in the system. So you have the option reset only, reset and reverse. Now it's going to do FBRA and FBO8 in a spot. It's always advisable that you reset, because if you do reset only, it will reset the transactions. However, you still need to go and do FBO8 to reverse. So it's good you do the reset and reverse at a goal. Select reverse and normal, provide the reversal reason which is required. Okay. Let's see how the system carries out the stack. So it's checking and making sure that everything that needs to be cleared is cleared. Once that is done, of course, it will also give us another number that will name number that was used to do the resetting. So clearing number, this is the clearing number we used to do the reset, it's fine. Then it has posted a new document number for it. That's still within the number range for CP, the document type CP. Say okay. Let's go to the customer line item and check. It's still green. So let's go to list and refresh. So you see now, it's actually posted a new document. However, he retained the previous document number when we used FB01. See how the system does that, because what we did was a reset and reversal. So it has to retain the old document number and replaced it with the reset number. So this is the reset number we used. That's done the reset, and it took the system, it took the line item back to the way it was before the reversal was done. So this is an example of how to post your accounting documents. Remember, this is just one of those scenarios we have used. We have talked about posting, changing, display, reversing, reset. So I hope you found this training useful. Why not? You can reach out, you can search, go to YouTube, search ADIELE KELECHI, you probably see more videos, or you just, wherever you find this link, you can click on it, kindly share, so that, I mean, that's the essence of doing this, actually trying to share information. So share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel for updated videos. And also, if you need any training support, why not? You can call me or send me a WhatsApp message, or you can actually send me an email. Thank you very much. In our next class, we're going to look at the concept of document numbers and number range and posting keys. Also, we are actually going to be looking at a very, very key process in day-to-day posting of transactions, which we call cross-company group transactions. That's posting that happens across company groups. So stay tuned. It's a very enlightening session. We're going to see how for companies that have clients that have more than one company code, transaction crisscross between these company codes. We're going to actually see some business scenarios that would warrant such cases. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching. Do have a nice day and stay safe.